Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Dwarf Fortress. We are coming down the road, approaching the Dwarven Fortress of Sunny Slings, Adbim. The fortress we've been playing throughout the whole entire series. I have loaded up Armok Vision, which is a 3D rendering tool you can use to view your fortresses in 3D. I always like to do this toward the end of the series just to get a little bit different perspective on the fort we've been working for the last couple of episodes. We are now looking at the outer gate. You can see the fortifications we have carved in the second level, where our crossbowmen really don't do a whole lot. We have our little Were-Gila monster facility right here. That didn't work out too well, but it was a fun thing to try. Very, very fun thing to try. And we have a dwarf hanging out here. Not quite sure who it is, but he's out here just chilling out. We can come in through the front gate, and we see our battalion of dogs, as well as I assume these are horses. I'm pretty sure that's what we're growing over there. Our horse area, we've got our inner courtyard here, where we've got all of our animals. We got our beehives should be over here. Yeah, we can see our beehives right there. And a little bit laggy here. We've got our little 2-level thing that we had set up here. We've got our extra ammo storage bin. But that's the upper area there. And down here, we go into the fortress proper. We have a kitty cat here at the front gate. Here is another level of guard dogs. One of our dwarves here hanging out. How you doing? This is our main entry hall. This goes into the trade depot, which is right here. We make a left and a left. Getting a little bit of stuttering here and there. And into our main hall here, where all of our stockpiles are. This should be our goods stockpile. Our clothing stockpile and stuff is over on this side. The little children that like to play in the stockpiles are playing in the stockpiles. That's funny to me that they like to play with the clothing stockpiles. And this is our main staircase that goes up and down. You can see, we can take a look down there, and it just goes and goes. We have, I guess, just more stockpiles here. I don't remember what's on each side of the stairs. Yeah, these are our weapon stockpiles, miscellaneous stockpiles. Coming over to this side, we have the barracks. This will be the barracks of our first assault. We have a child in here for some reason. And there is one of our warriors right there. She carries the baby on top of the shield. Imagine this going into battle right here. This is why I don't like the ladies in the assault squads for this reason right here. That's funny. And of course, into the individual barracks right here. We can go on. We have all of our other dwarves. It's going to be pretty much the same. That is the first militia right there. Should be the second militia over here to the left. This should be the guard. This should be the archery area. And it is. We got one of our guys here chilling out, practicing. Doing some serious stuff. Very, very, very serious. And that goes on. What goes on down here? I forget. Oh, this is our danger room. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember now. This was our attempt at a danger room. I don't know that I'm going to be using danger rooms anymore. They don't seem to be very effective at anything other than just poking holes in your dwarves. Even with full armor, they were getting a little bit banged up and bruised up. But that takes us here to our main staircase. Let's get on this side of it. There we go. And take a step down. Got a little guy hanging out there on the stairs. I don't remember how many levels we have to go down until we get to... Yeah, like, what are we looking at here? What is that? Oh, it's a statue. That's a statue. So this is our main level right here. Let's see. Over this way, this should be the temple, right? Yeah, there we go. Here's our main temple area. Here are all our display items with all of our artifacts on them. That is funny right there. I believe that's one of our floodgates. Yeah. And we put it on a pedestal there. It's just hanging out on a pedestal. That's funny. Whereas the rings look a little bit more appropriate. All right, and all of our individual little temples right here. There's a dog in this one. You can even see the engraved walls. That's pretty cool. I don't really remember if you could see that before, but you can now. That's really all that matters. And you kind of get an idea. We got a group of dwarves over here. That's what this statue is. A single dwarf here. And I'm sure that most of our little minor guys here will probably be just like statues of single guys. Those are the individual gods that they worship. Fantastic. And that would make over here... that way would be the offices, things like that, right? We didn't have anything up here. Oh, library is up here. Okay, fantastic. This should be our library, and it is. And it's many levels of library. Very nice. I like the blue bookcases. I like the blue bookcases. It's a nice look. Offices were down that way. Those are fairly boring. And going down this way, that should be our well down there, right? Yeah, we can see it. The well and the boxes of soap. And that should go this way. We should have our dormitory here. See all the beds. And over on the opposite hall, this should be our hospital. Yep. And in this room, our main tavern. And yeah, here are all our dwarves just hanging out and having a dwarvy time. Got all their tables and stuff over here. They're having a big dance fest over here. We got some dude lying on the ground in a pile of vomit. Fantastic. And we have the kitchens, the still, all the stuff hanging out on this side. And this leads us over into this area where we keep all of our chickens and stuff. That should be... I'm lost. Oh, okay, we're heading back to the tavern right now. We don't need to go see all that. Not a very big, glamorous fortress with lots of interesting things. It is very basic, although I'm very pleased with some of the things we were actually able to accomplish in this particular fortress. Let's see. What are we looking for? We are at this level. What's this level? This level is boring. We should have, like, workshops and things. What was this? Oh, okay, here's the bedroom level, right? Yeah, there's all of our dwarvish bedrooms. We have our mayor's room right here, all nice and engraved, with a wonderful glass window just right behind his chair. It looks like a big cube. That's pretty cool. And then down an additional level should be all of our... oh, these are going to be the storerooms. No? This should be... what is this? Oh, this is where we started doing the individual things. So this is like the very, very bottom. All right, so this should be the level. Yeah, these are our individual jail cells. Aw, how sad. And on this side should be the catacombs. Yeah, where many of our dwarves are currently resting in peace. Had quite a few deaths. Not a lot of crazy deaths or anything like that, but we did have a few of them. Very, very unfortunate. And down there on the end, we should have our sarcophagus for our brave fallen soldier who died to the forgotten beast. Yeah, nice little area here. Probably should be decorated a little bit more, but you know, it's very, very nice. Yeah, I like this program. It's really cool. You can actually play Dwarf Fortress in this. I mean, if we go down here to, is this the tavern area? This is the library. Well, the library will be fine. We can actually go ahead and just unpause this, and yeah, we're actually playing Dwarf Fortress. Yeah, we get the little things. I know there's things that we can do. We can dig and stuff like that. I've never messed with that. I just use it as kind of a visualization tool. But it is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Oh, it's getting dark. Very dark. You guys are studying in the library way into the night. Oh, there goes a guy right there. Where are you going? Going off exploring. Fantastic. All right. 3D visualization is fun. It's one of the things I really like. And one of the cool things about this community, this is not part of Dwarf Fortress proper. This is a tool that somebody has made to just to kind of show off some of the things you can do in Dwarf Fortress. The community is awesome. There's a lot of really cool things that people have done. If you download the starter pack like I have, I mean, you've seen me use Legends Viewer and all of those things. These are all things that what's going on here? This looks like something that may need my lightly tapping the target. It's fine. They're just sparring. Okay. Just some sparring. That's all. Wow. I saw those messages pop up and it was pretty crazy. Yeah, but the community around this game, just for years and years and years, some of the utilities that are currently just out there, they're amazing. There's an isometric renderer as well. That I don't know, I don't remember if I did that in the last series or not. That might be something I look at in a future episode. But just like the utilities like Dwarf Therapist, all these things that are just not part of the core game. They're just made by the community. They're all just really, really fantastic. Speaking of tools that are part of the community, let's see, where did SoundSense go? There we go. Another tool. Made by the community. One of those things that just, you know, some of these tools have been around for so long that I can't play without the SoundSense music. I know it's open source or free, royalty-free music. You hear it all over the place. You can hear it in YouTube videos. You hear it in other games. As far as I'm concerned, this is Dwarf Fortress music. It's just been around for so long. So what else has been going on? I went around, did another round of attacks. Woman Tick went down, it got taken back over. That seems to be something that happens quite a bit. But one thing I did notice, we still have control of that. I took this one out. It got a government change. This one right here was one we took out, and the Torment of Proliferation. The civilization is the bridled sin. They're goblins, a population of 100. We are currently skirmishing with them. Another area was right up here. Wraith Doom was one that I smashed, and check it out. The bridled sin has taken it over. So it's like there's another goblin civilization that's coming in to take over, and I think it's pretty cool, pretty cool. And you know what? I'm willing to let them have it because we're just skirmishing. That's as close as you can get to peace with the goblins. So I'm considering that a win. Just a little bit of a tour of the world. We can do that from here. Mirdlul, this was the first fortress that I created in this world. When we started out with this world, there are 3 dwarven areas up here. There's this one, Frenzy Trade, Razor Knighted, and Wound Tests. These were the original, basically, forts in our civilization. They are all 3 dead. They died shortly before or right as I was founding Mirdlul, which would have been the 4th fortress in the civilization. But anyway, it didn't take too long playing in Mirdlul till we realized that we were all alone and all of these areas were gone. Completely wiped out. So we were the very last city. But we brought Mirdlul back up, and Adbim, or Sunny Slings, is the fortress we are currently playing now. We were over here in the good side. We were going to hunt some unicorns. I never found any. Instead, we decided to hunt goblins, and we've just been decimating these border villages and having a good time. We have this fortress over here, or I guess it's a helix. What's it called? Chamberflew. This was one that was generated. I did not generate this, but it is relatively new. And we have this site right here, Moondoom, which is one that we took over. We have one up here, Doom Dimpled. That is ours. And we have one up here, Echo Maligned, which is part of ours as well. So the civilization is growing, though very shortly. We've brought them back from Doom. There's a lot of Dwarf Fortress stuff that I want to do, but I think we're pretty much done with this fortress. We could go a lot further with it. There's a lot of things we could do to it. It's pretty basic. I think I said this before. There's not a lot of really cool stuff. It's just got your basics in it. I've been basically using it as a military front. That's what we've been doing, is basically just military things. That and making clothes, making lots and lots of clothing. So yeah, no, it's been fun. It's been kind of interesting as well in that a lot of the population here, especially our warriors, the people in the militia, at least probably like 12 of them came from Mirdlul. And Mirdlul, we had a lot of elite squads. We didn't quite get everybody trained up here. That's fine. We did have one elite squad, and they have killed a lot of goblins. Just ludicrous amounts of goblins. Let me load up Dwarf Therapist here, and let's just take a look at some of these guys here. We're going to go by squad and do military here. Let's see. Okay, we do have some really, really good marksmen. They didn't really get a chance to shoot at anybody. A couple of them did, I guess. Guts pretty much started out at 0. He's up to 9. So I guess that would be... He's one of our first military guys. Then we got training. That's probably a good base to determine where things are at. But look at the assault squad here. 32 kills. 32 kills. 23. I mean, gosh. These guys are rock stars. And even some in our militia, and even like the reserve. These guys really didn't do a whole lot. But check out the kill counts. Craziness. Incredible. Very, very nice. Bees! Didn't do a whole lot with the bees. But, yeah, that's Something to look into though, because I think there's some promise there. I think there's some things we could do. Can we, just out of curiosity, brew, drink, make mead? We can make mead. Let's do that. Probably not get around to it, but we still have that. Biggest changes in this version have been moods. My approach to moods has been to pretty much ignore them. Just kind of looking around and doing a little bit of reading on moods. It's kind of what I suspected it would be. It's a lot of micromanagement. It looks like one of the strategies out there is to find people like, oh, say one of these guys. Stellar. You're... Actually, let's go to Justice. We've had some other people throw some tantrums. Reg. Yeah, let's look up Reg. I recognize that name. That's never a good thing. Units, search, Reg. You are right there. All right, let's take a look at you. Oh, what are you doing? You're listening to music. That's cool. Each chanter always feel and play arpeggios. The ruble always should perform expressively. The gold rods. That is cool. I don't know that I've seen this before. It's describing the music that he's listening to. It's a form of music that originated in the Book of Delighting. That is fantastic. Huh. That is really, really cool. Are you playing? No, you're getting provisions. You're listening to music. Who's playing the music? You guys are playing the music. Huh, that's cool. So cool that I even forgot what I was doing down here. Oh, I was looking at a guy that wasn't very happy, like you. There is a trait. Great deal of respect. She personally feels that those attempts to their emotions, rain and foolish, due to being caught in the rain. She never feels discouraged. She is always tense and jittery. There's some traits here. She doesn't handle stress well. Things like that. And that makes people unhappy. Let's get back. We were looking at Reg. Let's take a look at him. Or she. Her. She very rarely develops negative feelings toward things. Am I looking at the right Reg? Reg Oboblilocation. Yeah? Huh. Alright, well I guess she's over it. But anyway, there are some traits up there, like doesn't take stress well, things like that. What you can do is, let's see, where did I see that? I saw that somewhere. General? MISC? No. Inventory. E. Okay, yeah, right here, under this window, the professions window. E, send away. You can actually expel them from the fort and send them on their way. That seems to be a very popular way to deal with these things. Granted, it doesn't seem right, but if you get like a really fragile dwarf, I mean, what are you going to do? They're just going to throw tantrums all the time. That's what they're going to do. Might as well kick them out. I really doesn't bother me so much because, I don't know, it adds a little bit of flavor to the fortress. It was getting where everybody was pretty much happy all the time. The one thing that I have noticed, if we check out your relationships, yeah, I mean, none of these people have developed any relationships at all. Passing acquaintances. I mean, some of them have husbands and wives, but never any friends. I don't know that they develop those naturally over time. I've read where people have set up certain zones and things like that to kind of force people together, where they spend some time socializing, using burrows and things like that. Take a couple of months off a year and just force everybody into a burrow so they will socialize with each other. Kind of makes sense. I don't know, I guess. It gets rid of some of those feelings of not spending time with friends. But the other side, tantrum spirals, death spirals, basically. Whenever somebody gets really mad, they throw a tantrum, they get beaten to death or they die, their friends will get upset, they'll start tantrums, and it's a cycle that can just continue. We didn't really have that because nobody has friends. So I don't know. It's a weird situation. But yeah, so this was Sunny Slings. Not my best fortress. It was kind of a science fortress to test out the attacking mechanics. And I think I've pretty much got them figured out, at least in a way that I'm happy with. I think what the best way to do it is to send out our best squad to do an assault, to basically take it out, take out the big army, most of the population, and then send a follow-up of 2 squads to go in and clean it up. That seems to be the combination that works the best. The problem with that is that sometimes other governments move in, like, immediately. But it seems to be very effective. It seems to work really, really well. Didn't work 100% of the time, but I'm going to say probably about, 90% of the time it did work out where the site was actually destroyed. Oh, the mandate ended. I wonder what that was. It doesn't matter. Well, we didn't get the barony. That would probably come. We're in mid-spring. I could wait a couple of seasons to see if that happens, and I might actually do that off camera. I do want to expand out in this world. That is for sure. And what I'm thinking is I want to set up a fortress in this area up here. Either over here in this area to sort of serve as a defensive front, or up here to serve as a defensive front. And I've even thought about possibly going and trying to reclaim these 3 fortresses. I don't even know if it's possible to do that. I know you can reclaim fortresses. I don't know if you can reclaim fortresses that you didn't create. It's something I've never tried before. But that might be fun. Just to reestablish the old ones, as it were. But yeah, that's where I think I'm going to leave this one for now. Again, there's always a possibility that we could come back and take on this guy again if we wanted to clear out. It was a very, very effective fortress for taking out the bad guys. Well, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next Dwarf Fortress series. Have a good one.